we are going to be getting a bunch of new Space Marine models. At this point, of course, that is like, no news, Valrak. This is no news. But those Space Marine models, well, a proportion of them were actually shown off in the new CGI trailer. Now, Games Workshop's trailer is an okay quality, but with the technology that I have in my little battle bunker here, I've upscaled it to 8K. And I'm going to be taking screen caps from that 8K trailer, and we're going to be looking at all the funky stuff that's in the background, the weapons themselves, the armor, all the stuff. It's all in that trailer from the sources who I trust, you know, the Whispers of the Warp. They haven't missed yet. They've told me everything that is in this trailer will receive a model, and there's some funky stuff in the background. Now, I'm not going to play the trailer as a whole in 8K. I may upload that separately. If people want that separately in 8K, let me know, and I'll post it probably tomorrow or the next day or something like that. But today is just a breakdown looking at all the things in the background, all the models and stuff like that. So let's jump in and let's go waffling. Okay, so let's start with, of course, this screen cap. So again, upscaled it. I've brightened it up so we can see a little bit of more of the definition of the model, what's going on and everything like that. So this character right now, I got confirmed from my sources, is not a veteran model. Like, I thought this was the veteran model. It's not. This has been confirmed now from the people who I trust that this is going to be one of the characters in the new 10th edition box set. This is going to be a new Phobos lieutenant. Yes, you're not getting away. We are definitely getting a new lieutenant in this box set. Now, if you look at this model, you can see that this is like a full-on Tyrannid killer. Like, look at his arm, look at his shoulder pad. It's all armored with Tyrannid pieces, you know, just to show like this guy goes out and he takes names. If you actually watch the trailer, it's this character that goes through all the Tyrannids, just slicing them apart like a hot knife through butter. And let's just keep this chap on the screen for a second, because in the next frame we see him raise his weapon as the Tyranids are charging down on him, and this is the first time we see the new combi Primaris weapons. This one is a combi flamer, so it appears that the new Reaver Lieutenant in this box set can be equipped with a combi flamer weapon. And on the subject of flamers, this is our first look at a brand new Primaris unit that's going to be added, and this, of course, is the new flamer unit. I think they're called Pyroblasters, if I'm not mistaken. The name is still out there, according to the sources that I'm hearing. But this is basically just going to be a brand new unit, which is all going to be about flamers. Again, if you watched my previous video on rumors about the 10th edition box set, these were described as basically like the Black Templar flamer guy, you know, when the Black Templars got refreshed with the Primaris Crusader squads, just being brought to like the general Primaris range. And you can see from the weapon now, the flames coming from it, the actual weapon itself all brightened up. It actually is that gun. So yeah, confirmation that the source was right once again with this new unit. And on the subject of new units, we get confirmation of the new Primaris veterans, that was also mentioned in the rumor video. You can just make out the veteran symbols on their shoulder pad. You can see the white helmet. You can actually see the chap in the middle is the sergeant. You can make out the red and the white stripe, and he's also got the veteran symbol on his power pack. Another confirmation from this is that they're also equipped with combi weapons. Also, further on in the trailer, I'll show you that one has a flamer combi weapon and one has a melter combi weapon as well. And of course, it's not all about the Space Marines. In this next shot, again, you can see more confirmation of the new veterans with the white helmet, the white markings on their shoulder pad. But this is the new Killer Carnifex model. Now, again, I did a video about all the new Tyranid stuff. You can go and watch it on the channel. And this was one of the new models that was mentioned in there with a bunch of other things. So yeah, confirmation that everything that we're seeing now in this trailer is all going to be in this big 10th edition box set. And another model that popped up in the trailer, of course, is this, what you see in the background, the brand new Primaris Apothecary. Well, I say Primaris Gravis Apothecary. Yes, he comes in even thicker armor. This is something that I've wanted for a long time as someone who's been a huge fan of Gravis. You know, I love the heavy intercessors. I've been wanting more characters to be in Gravis, more specialist characters like chaplains, apothecaries, librarians, you know, just lieutenant even, and it looks like we're finally getting some of that stuff. So yeah, props to Games Workshop, and again, this is also going to be in that new 10th edition box set. And of course, let's not sleep on the new Dreadnought. This again was spoken about to me. You can actually see the veteran squad in the background. It seems like the veteran squad may be a 3-man squad in this. That's what I keep seeing them represented as in the trailer. Everywhere I look at them, it's always 3 to a squad. So hopefully, maybe that is just like artistic licensing, because for me, I want like a full 10-man veteran squad. Surely they'll allow us to give us this. Now, focusing, of course, on the main thing, the Dreadnought, what I want to talk about. This, again, coming from the source, again, rumours. The rumour said that it would have las cannons and it would have a rocket pod, and basically harkening back to the old Dreadnought back in the day, which also had a rocket pod and las cannons. They're just reimagining it now as a bigger, chunkier Redemptor for the Primaris range. And again, I just want to go back to the veterans in here because I want to show off a confirmation of them combi weapons. This, of course, as you can see, is the veteran sergeant. You can definitely see his red helmet, his white stripe, the veteran marking on his shoulder pad as he's battling with these Tyranids. But you can also see that that is a melter and bolty combination. So confirmed, we're definitely getting combi weapons on the veterans, and you're getting melters and flamers at this time. Now, the next shot I want to talk about, of course, is the Terminators. They're arriving. There's a lot to talk about this. So straight away, the Terminator at the front is the new Captain Terminator. That is that model. It was explained to me he has a power sword and he has like a melee weapon. That is him. That's not to say that the chap to his left, to the right of the video, is not a captain. He also has a power sword, but this chap in all his fancy armor, that is definitely the captain. Now, one of the things that people have been asking me about the Terminators is what squad sizes are they coming in? Now, if you look right in the background of this image, I'm going to zoom in, you can actually see like there's another type of character there. Now, I personally think that this is the librarian, and it's like a continuity error. They've just put the librarian in there because he's got like the books that a librarian would carry. And I think if you look at the shoulder pads, when we actually get to the librarian a bit later on in the video, he has like the same type of like brim of the as the librarian. And I also think that's like the librarian symbol just above on his helmet. Again, I think that they've kind of messed up when it comes to this librarian being inserted into this scene. Now, in terms of how many are going to be in the box set, I've heard that there's 5, but I don't know if that is 5 normal Terminators plus the 2 HQs. Of course, we're getting the 2 HQs, which is the Terminator Captain and the Librarian, but I don't know if that is making up the 5 and then you get 3 Terminators. Hopefully, it's not going to be a box set of 1, 2, 3. I want it to be just like the old stuff where you got 5 in a box. But with the way that Games Workshop has been redoing stuff, I can actually see them actually putting just 3 models in a box. And staying with that librarian, this is what he looks like in all his splendor. Again, you can just see that symbol, what I'm talking about. This is why I think that that is the librarian in that first scene, because in this scene, he literally zaps in like an energy ball, like he is his own Terminator deployment. So I think, again, they kind of messed up in the CGI trailer, just put him in the background. But he's got the power axe, he's got all the fancy stuff, all of his armor lights up. Can't wait to see the actual pose of this and how he looks on the tabletop. Now, another really interesting scene from the trailer is this veteran wielding this weapon. Now, if this doesn't look funky to you, it should do, because this is a Hellstorm Bolter, and this can only be taken with Gravis units. So the heavy intercessors is the only unit that can take this. But you can see that veteran is not a heavy intercessor. So it appears that the veterans may have options now to bring some of the more powerful, chunkier weapons into their squad, which kind of makes sense because they are veterans. They're going to be the masters of all types of weapons fighting against the enemies of humanity. Another really cool thing as well, maybe this is just me, but is that a Death Watch symbol on the side of that weapon? Maybe this veteran has served in the Death Watch and he's put his seal on the side of it saying, hey, yeah, I'm a badass, I've done this, I've killed all these type of Xenoses before, and I want to make people know. Another quick shot confirming, of course, the captain that I just mentioned. You can see he's got his fancy cloak sitting below, like, you know, the vents of his Terminator armor, and you can see his fancy sword. So, yeah, confirmation that that is, of course, the new captain, the new main HQ for the Space Marines in the upcoming Leviathan box set. Now, this is the money shot for me because it's like the epic last stand, and there's so much going on in this. You can see like the veteran sergeant really up close now. He's got like that bolt pistol in his hand. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's got like a fancy cloak, a fancy loincloth on as well. You can see the Terminators with the combi bolters and, you know, their power fists and stuff. You can see, you know, some of the combi flamer bolter weapons. But there's also something that not a lot of people are talking about. And this goes back to the rumor that I did again last week. I'm sorry if I keep bringing this up, but you can see a brand new Ancient in the background. I'm going to zoom in on it so you can see it. That is one of the things that I was told about. There's going to be a brand new banner bearer in this new box set, and this trailer confirms it. We don't actually get to see him do anything until this scene where he raises the flag at this epic last stand against the Tyranids. And that is that. That is my little breakdown of some of the things that I spotted. If I missed anything, I know I didn't really focus on the Tyranids. I just wanted to talk about the Space Marines because guess what? I'm a Space Marine fanboy, but there's a bunch of new Tyranid stuff in there. There's like the new Shrike, you know, you get to see the new, like, you know, gaunts, whatever they are, like the weird things. They have like a weird kind of head on there and everything like that. There's so much awesome new stuff. I'm telling you right now, this box set is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm sure that Games Workshop are going to be teasing it more and more as we get closer to Warhammer Fest. That's going to be happening, of course, on the 29th of April next month. It's going to be an absolute big one. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching this video. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, post it down below and we can have a little chin wag down there as we always do. Don't forget, I've got some really massive big spoiler videos coming next week. I'm actually not going to be here, but I'm going to set them to, like, you know, come out while I'm away on holiday. Dark Angel rumors, Blood Angel rumors, Space Wolf rumors. I'm telling you now, get ready. This is just the start of the Space Marine Love Fest. See you in a bit. Have a great day and bye-bye.